The love story of Hae-in and Jung So-min revealed by Bazaar. Get married. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel Yahoo Japan News. We're thrilled to have you here as always. Don't forget to support our channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing with your friends. Now, let's get into today's exciting news. Recently, Harper's Bazaar dropped a bombshell that has left fans of Hae-in and Jung So-min buzzing with excitement and anticipation. According to Bazaar, there are whispers that the beloved couple might be tying the knot as soon as the end of this year. Of course, these are still just rumors for now, but that hasn't stopped their devoted fans from already planning wedding gifts and dreaming of the big day. Bali, a honeymoon disguised as a work trip. Let's go back to that infamous Bali trip, shall we? That trip had all the makings of a honeymoon, rather than just a casual magazine photoshoot. Sure, they called it a Bazaar photoshoot, but fans couldn't help but notice how cozy and romantic it all looked. And here's the kicker, not only did Hae-in and Jung So-min travel together, but Hae-in's mother was also there. A future mother-in-law warming up to her daughter-in-law already. Now, that's what we call strategic planning. But wait, let's not forget the weird part. Neither Hae-in nor So-min promoted the photo shoot on their Instagram feeds. No posts, no stories, no behind-the-scenes snaps. And for two people who are usually very good about sharing their work projects, that raised a few eyebrows. Hae-in even recently posted about another Harper's Bazaar interview, but the Bali shoot, complete radio silence, almost as if it wasn't meant for the public. Interesting. Bazaar's curious interview questions. Now, here's where it gets even more suspicious. During the Harper's Bazaar interview, they didn't just ask the typical questions you'd expect. Oh no, they threw in something quite peculiar. Is there any item of friendship or couple item you would want to give to each other? Since when do we start tossing around the word couple so casually? And isn't it even stranger considering Hae-in has publicly mentioned multiple times that he doesn't believe in having female friends, only colleagues. So why the sudden talk of couple items? Was Bazaar just casually hinting at something deeper? And let's not overlook the other eyebrow-raising question. How did it feel to be in Bali together? Seriously, Bali, that's not a question you ask two mere co-stars. That's a honeymoon destination. And it wasn't like the whole cast was there. Nope, just the two of them, strolling around in private villas, enjoying sunsets, and taking long, private photoshoot sessions. No co-stars, no crew, just the two of them. The whole trip felt less like work and more like a couple's retreat if you ask me. The otter reference, a secret symbol of love. Now, this one is absolutely adorable. During the interview, Harper's Bazaar asked Hae-in if he was more like an otter or a puppy. You might remember that back in Bali, when asked the same question, Hae-in said, puppy, but So-min immediately corrected him, saying she saw him more as an otter, specifically comparing him to the famous Bono Bono. Since then, otter has become somewhat of a symbol for Hae-in, and Bazaar just happened to use it again. Coincidence? I think not. It's almost as if Bazaar is in on the secret, dropping little hints for us to pick up. The shirt that sparked rumors. And now, the shirt. During the Harper's Bazaar photoshoot, Hae-in was seen wearing a crisp, stylish shirt from Acne Studios. This might seem like just another fashion choice, except Acne Studios just had a big showcase at Paris Fashion Week, and guess who was the guest of honor? None other than Jung So-min herself. Fans immediately drew connections, noting that stylists from Bazaar likely chose his wardrobe with careful consideration. Could it be another sweet nod to So-min, who just represented the brand? The two sharing styles, symbols, and even secret vacations. It's almost as if Bazaar is trying to tell us something. Some other suspected dating evidence of the couple. One of the biggest hints that fans just can't seem to shake off is the series of matching accessories that Hae-in and Jung So-min have been spotted with recently. From identical bracelets to coordinated hats, their choice of accessories has been a hot topic of discussion among shippers. Most notably, fans caught sight of the two wearing matching silver bracelets during separate public appearances. At first glance, it seemed like a mere coincidence. After all, silver jewelry is quite common. But eagle-eyed fans noticed that the design was not just similar, it was identical. Right down to the engraved patterns on the clasp. A simple fashion choice. Maybe. But for longtime followers of celebrity couples, this kind of subtle synchronization is often a telltale sign of something deeper. Adding more fuel to the speculation is their oddly synchronized social media activity. If you've been following their Instagram updates, you might have noticed the unusual timing of their posts. Then there's the undeniable comfort they share during public appearances, whether it's at press conferences, interviews, or fan meetings. Hae-in's protective demeanor around Jung So-min never goes unnoticed. While most co-stars maintain a respectful distance, Hae-in seems almost instinctively drawn to her side. A prime example of this was during a fan event earlier this year. As they stood side by side answering questions, a sudden push from the crowd caused So-min to stumble slightly. Without missing a beat, Hae-in reached out, his hand instinctively landing on the small of her back to steady her. The gesture was so natural, so seamless, that it felt less like an act of courtesy and more like the instinct of someone deeply familiar with her presence. But perhaps the most compelling clue of all was their late-night rendezvous captured by fans during a post-filming celebration. Though the event was meant to be a casual dinner with cast and crew, attendees noted that Hae-in and Jung So-min arrived together and left well after most of the group had already called it a night. Photographs snapped by fans showed the two standing close, their heads bent together in quiet conversation, seemingly oblivious to the world around them. Even as they said their goodbyes to the rest of the team, Hae-in was seen holding the door open for So-min, his hand lingering for just a moment longer than necessary. If that isn't the hallmark of a man completely smitten, then what is? The mounting evidence is hard to ignore. Whether it's the perfectly timed Instagram posts, the matching accessories, or the way Hae-in's gaze softens whenever So-min is near, fans are convinced that there's more than just friendship between these two stars. And with Harper's Bazaar dropping hints and sparking even more curiosity, it seems only a matter of time before the real story comes to light. Is Harper's Bazaar one of us? At this point, I'm starting to believe that Harper's Bazaar isn't just a fashion magazine anymore. No, I think they might just be one of us, an undercover shipper, dropping breadcrumbs and smiling secretly as we all piece together the puzzle. They know more than they're letting on. And maybe, just maybe, they're teasing us with these little hints. So, is the big wedding happening at the end of this year? We don't know for sure. But judging by the way Harper's Bazaar is nudging us, it seems like we won't have to wait much longer to find out. In the meantime, I suggest you start thinking about wedding gifts, because at this rate, it might just happen before we even realize it. What do you think? Is Harper's Bazaar spilling the beans on purpose? Or is it just all one big coincidence? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to support our YouTube channel Yahoo Japan News for more juicy updates.